Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the silent killer of dreams, laziness. It creeps in softly whispering excuses, promising comfort, telling you there's always tomorrow. But every time you listen, you trade your potential for regret. Laziness doesn't strike with noise. It lulls you into stillness. It tells you you've done enough, when deep down, you know you haven't even begun. It convinces you that success is luck, not effort. But the truth is simple. Success is earned, not inherited. Look around you. Every great achievement you admire was born from sweat, struggle, and relentless repetition. Champions are not born in comfort. They are forged in the fire of discipline. Every rep, every early morning, every late night, that's where greatness hides. So the next time you feel tired, remember your body isn't weak. Your mind is untrained. Push through. Get up when you don't feel like it. Move when your mind says stop. Because each time you act despite resistance, you kill a little bit of laziness inside you. The difference between average and unstoppable is simple. One keeps going. When it hurts, they keep moving. When it's boring, they keep practicing. When others sleep, they rise. You want success, then earn it. You want strength, then build it. You want to change your life, then get up and fight for it every single day. Because laziness may whisper, but so does greatness, and only one voice can win. So make your choice. Kill your laziness, or it will kill your dreams. Laziness is the silent killer of potential. It doesn't shout. It doesn't storm into your life and announce its arrival. It slips in quietly, disguised as comfort, disguised as rest, disguised as the thought, I'll do it tomorrow. It whispers in your ear that you deserve a break, that you've done enough, that success can wait. But the truth is, every time you listen to that whisper, you give away a piece of your future. Every small act of procrastination slowly eats away at the dreams you once believed in. Laziness is not about doing nothing. It's about doing the wrong things. It's scrolling when you should be studying. It's sleeping when you should be planning. It's watching others live their dreams while you convince yourself that your time will come. But time never comes for those who wait. Time rewards those who move. The difference between where you are and where you want to be isn't talent or luck, it's effort. The people who succeed are not necessarily smarter or stronger. They are simply those who refuse to let laziness control them. Every single person on this planet has potential. Everyone is born with dreams, ideas, and the power to create something meaningful. But potential means nothing if you don't act on it. You could have the greatest vision in the world, but if you spend your days in comfort, that vision will fade into regret. The greatest enemy of success is not failure, it's comfort. Failure teaches you. Comfort numbs you. Comfort convinces you that where you are is good enough, and it blinds you to what you could become. Think of all the dreams that never saw the light because someone said, I'll start tomorrow. Think of the talents wasted because someone chose rest over action. Laziness destroys silently. It doesn't break your spirit overnight. It softens it. It turns fire into ash. One day you stop believing in your own ability to change, and you start believing that your circumstances define you. That's how laziness wins. Not through strength, but through quiet surrender. The saddest part is that laziness often feels good in the moment. It's easy. It's comfortable. It gives you temporary satisfaction. A few extra minutes of sleep, a few more hours of distraction. But afterward, it leaves you with guilt, with frustration, with that sinking feeling that you could have done more. Laziness promises happiness, but it delivers regret. Success, on the other hand, demands pain, but it delivers pride, it delivers freedom, it delivers the kind of fulfillment that comfort will never provide. If you want to escape laziness, you have to face it. You have to look it in the eye and call it what it is, a thief. A thief of your time, your growth, your purpose. You have to fight it every single day. When you wake up and don't feel like moving, that's the moment to rise. When your mind says stop, that's the moment to push harder. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you reclaim a piece of your potential. Laziness doesn't die in one battle. It dies in the countless small victories you win over yourself. Getting up early, finishing that workout, reading that extra page, making that extra call. These actions may seem insignificant, but together they build momentum. They shape habits, they carve character, and eventually they transform you from someone who waits for opportunities into someone who creates them. The truth is simple. You can't defeat laziness with excuses, only with action. The longer you wait, the heavier it becomes. So start now. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. There is no perfect time. There is only this moment, and this moment is yours. Don't let laziness steal another day of your life. Stand up, move forward, and take control. Because if you don't kill your laziness, it will kill your potential. And with it, the person you were meant to become. Comfort is the enemy of growth. It feels safe, warm, and familiar. It makes you believe that you're doing fine when in reality you're standing still. Comfort is seductive. It gives you the illusion of peace while quietly stealing your progress. The truth is, no one grows in a place of comfort. Growth begins where comfort ends. In discomfort, in struggle, in uncertainty. That's where strength is built, where confidence is earned, and where true change happens. People often confuse comfort with happiness. They think that if they avoid challenges and stay within their familiar routines, they'll be content. But comfort doesn't bring fulfillment. It brings stagnation. It's the slow poison that dulls ambition. The more comfortable you get, the less you move. The less you move, the weaker your desire becomes. Before you know it, your goals fade into background noise, replaced by habits that keep you safe but small. Look at the strongest, most successful people in the world. Not one of them reached greatness by staying comfortable. They put themselves through pressure, through sleepless nights, through failure after failure. Why? Because they understood that pain and pressure are the price of growth. The gym is the perfect example. When you lift weights, your muscles tear. It hurts. But that pain signals growth. The body repairs itself and comes back stronger. Life works the same way. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable if you're willing to endure discomfort. Comfort tells you to stop when you're tired. Growth tells you to keep going. Comfort says take it easy. Growth says push harder. Comfort whispers that you've done enough, while growth reminds you that you can do more. Every time you choose comfort, you say no to progress. Every time you push through the urge to quit, you unlock a new level of strength within yourself. The reason so many people never reach their full potential isn't because they lack talent or opportunity. It's because they choose comfort over challenge. They avoid the hard conversations, the tough workouts, the extra hours of study or practice. They stay in their routines because it feels safe, but safety and success rarely coexist. You can't climb a mountain while staying in the valley. You can't build resilience if you never face resistance. Growth is uncomfortable because it forces you to confront your limits. It exposes your weaknesses, your fears, your excuses. But that's the beauty of it. You can't fix what you don't face. Discomfort is the teacher that reveals who you are and who you could become. Every failure, every setback, every moment of frustration is shaping you into a stronger version of yourself. If you want to evolve, you must learn to embrace that process instead of resisting it. Imagine your future self looking back on today. Would they thank you for staying comfortable or for pushing through? Would they be proud that you settled or proud that you endured? The answer is clear. Comfort may make you feel good now, but it robs you of the satisfaction that comes from earning your success. Growth hurts, yes, but it's the kind of pain that leads to pride. The pride of knowing you didn't quit when things got hard. The truth is, every great transformation begins in discomfort. When you're uncomfortable, you're forced to adapt. You learn, you stretch, you become capable of things you never imagined. That's how you rise. The discomfort you feel today is the strength you'll rely on tomorrow. So stop running from the things that challenge you. Lean into them. Because each time you do, you move one step closer to the person you were meant to become. Comfort will always tempt you to stop, but growth demands that you keep going. You can't have both. You must choose comfort or progress. The life you want is waiting just outside your comfort zone. Step into the discomfort, embrace the challenge, and keep moving forward. That's where your true power begins. Success is earned through relentless effort. It doesn't come from wishing, waiting, or hoping. It comes from doing, from showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It comes from pushing yourself when no one is watching, from giving your all when you'd rather rest, from working long after the motivation has faded. Success is not an accident. It's the reward for consistent, determined action. Too many people want success without the struggle. They want the results without the effort, the reward without the grind. But that's not how it works. Behind every great achievement lies hours, days, and years of unseen work. The kind that tests your patience, your discipline, and your willpower. The truth is, talent might give you a head start, but effort is what keeps you in the race. Without effort, talent is wasted potential. Without consistency, dreams remain dreams. Relentless effort means showing up even when the odds are against you. It means doing what needs to be done, not just what's easy or comfortable. There will be days when you feel tired, when everything in you wants to quit, but that's when you must remind yourself why you started. Every drop of sweat, every sleepless night, every moment of struggle is building something inside you that comfort never could. That's how winners are made, not in the moments of applause, but in the hours of hard, unseen work. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's built brick by brick, habit by habit, decision by decision. Every time you choose effort over excuse, you lay another stone on the path to your goals. It's not glamorous, it's not easy. It's repetition, it's failure, it's getting back up when you've been knocked down again and again. The people who succeed are not those who never fall. They are those who never stop getting back up. Think about any great athlete, artist, or entrepreneur. What separates them from everyone else isn't luck, it's the relentless drive to keep going when others stop. They push their limits daily, constantly seeking to improve, no matter how far they've come. They understand that success isn't a destination. It's a lifelong process of effort, adjustment, and growth. That's why their results look extraordinary, Because behind those results are countless ordinary days of hard work. The world often celebrates the outcome but forgets the process. People see the medals, the awards, the achievements, but not the grind, the discipline, or the pain it took to get there. Success is a quiet battle fought in the early mornings, the late nights, the lonely hours when no one is clapping for you. It's forged in persistence. Every small, consistent effort compounds over time, turning dreams into reality. You have to be willing to outwork your excuses. Effort means taking responsibility for your own growth. It means saying, if I want it, I'll earn it. Because no one is going to hand you success. You have to claim it through your actions. You can't control the obstacles, but you can control your response. You can control your effort, your consistency, and your attitude. That's the real power you hold. Relentless effort doesn't mean perfection. It means persistence. It means refusing to give up, even when progress feels slow. It means understanding that every small step counts. Every time you put in the work, you're making progress, even if you can't see it yet. One day, all those small efforts will add up, and that's the day you'll look back and realize you've built something remarkable. So don't wait for the perfect moment or the right motivation. Start now. Work hard. Stay consistent. When it gets tough, remind yourself that effort is the bridge between dreams and success. Every ounce of energy you give today is an investment in the life you want tomorrow. Success doesn't belong to the lucky, it belongs to the relentless. To those who keep showing up, keep grinding, and never stop believing that their hard work will pay off. Discipline beats motivation every single time. Motivation is temporary. It's that burst of excitement that gets you started, but it fades the moment things get hard. Discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps you moving when the excitement is gone. Motivation might get you to the gym once. Discipline gets you there every day. Motivation might inspire you to set goals. Discipline ensures you follow through with them. The difference between those who achieve and those who quit isn't how motivated they feel. It's how disciplined they are when motivation disappears. Motivation depends on emotion. It comes and goes with your mood, your energy, and your circumstances. Some mornings you wake up ready to conquer the world. Other days you can barely get out of bed. If you rely on motivation, your progress will always be inconsistent because your emotions are inconsistent. But discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline is a decision, a commitment to your goals, regardless of mood or circumstance. It says, I'll do it anyway, and that's where true strength is found. Discipline is built through repetition, through doing the right thing over and over again until it becomes who you are. It's brushing your teeth even when you're tired. It's showing up to work on time even when you don't feel like it. It's studying, training, practicing, not because you're in the mood, but because it's what needs to be done. Discipline is choosing long-term reward over short-term comfort. It's doing what's necessary, not what's easy. The most successful people in the world don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems and habits. They've trained themselves to take action automatically. They don't debate whether or not they should work, they just do it. Every action they take reinforces the identity of someone who gets things done. That's the secret. Once discipline becomes part of your identity, it stops feeling like a struggle. It becomes natural, almost automatic. Think of discipline as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But if you neglect it, it weakens. Every time you follow through on a commitment, even a small one, you're strengthening that muscle. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you're weakening it. That's why consistency matters more than intensity. It's better to show up and do a little every day than to wait for motivation and do a lot once in a while. Discipline grows through small daily actions. Discipline is also about trust, trusting yourself. When you keep promises to yourself, you build confidence. You begin to believe in your own word, your own strength. But when you constantly rely on motivation, you train yourself to act only when conditions are perfect. Life will never always be perfect. There will always be challenges, distractions, and days when you don't feel like it. Discipline teaches you to push through those moments, to do what's right even when it's hard. That's what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. You might not always feel inspired, but you can always be disciplined. You can always choose action. You can always take one more step. And the amazing thing is, discipline eventually creates its own motivation. When you start seeing results, when you realize you can trust yourself to follow through, that sense of pride fuels you more than any motivational speech ever could. The cycle becomes self-sustaining. Action creates progress, progress creates pride, and pride fuels more action. In the end, success belongs to those who act consistently, not those who wait to feel ready. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning. So stop waiting for the right feeling. Get up, move, do what you said you would. Because every time you act with discipline, you take control of your life. You prove that your future matters more than your comfort. And when you live with that kind of focus, nothing can stop you. Not doubt, not fatigue, not fear. Discipline turns goals into reality and dreams into achievements. It's not about feeling ready. It's about showing up every single day, no matter what. Every small victory destroys laziness. It doesn't take a massive success or a life-changing achievement to break free from the grip of laziness. It starts with the smallest actions. Getting out of bed when your body begs for 5 more minutes. Finishing that last set at the gym when your muscles are burning. Choosing to read a few pages instead of scrolling through your phone. These small choices are the quiet battles that determine whether you move forward or stay stuck. Laziness is not defeated in one moment of glory. It is defeated in hundreds of small moments of discipline and persistence. Every time you act when you don't feel like it, you train your mind to overcome resistance. You teach yourself that your feelings don't control you. Your choices do. That's the power of small victories. They shift your mindset. They remind you that you are stronger than your excuses. Laziness thrives in hesitation and delay, but it can't survive in action. Once you start moving, even a little momentum takes over. One small win gives you the energy to go for another and another until consistency becomes your new normal. Many people wait for a big break, believing they need something dramatic to change their lives. But success doesn't come from one grand moment. It's built from tiny wins stacked on top of each other. The person who runs a marathon doesn't start by running 42 kilometers, they start with a single step. The person who writes a book doesn't sit down and write 300 pages in a day. They start with one paragraph, one sentence, one word. It's the same in every area of life. Progress is made in small, deliberate steps that add up over time. Each time you choose action over comfort, you chip away at laziness. It's like breaking down a wall, one brick at a time. You might not see the difference right away, but over days, weeks, and months, those small efforts create transformation. That's how confidence grows. Confidence doesn't appear magically. It's earned through repeated acts of self-control. Every time you prove to yourself that you can follow through, you build a stronger belief in your own power. Laziness loses its strength when you stop feeding it with excuses. It thrives when you say, I'll do it later. But when you act now, even in the smallest way, you take its power away. You don't have to change everything at once. You just have to start. Start with 5 minutes of effort. Start with one simple task. Start with whatever you can manage today. What matters most is consistency. Small victories repeated daily build unstoppable momentum. Remember, small wins build habits and habits shape destiny. You become what you repeatedly do. If you make it a habit to take small steps every day, no matter how you feel, you'll soon find that laziness no longer controls you. You'll start craving progress more than comfort. The satisfaction of finishing something, of proving to yourself that you can, is far more powerful than the temporary comfort of doing nothing. Every small victory is also a message to your future self. It says, I'm moving forward. It says, I'm becoming stronger. Those tiny moments of action, repeated over time, become the foundation for a new mindset. One that prioritizes growth over ease, purpose over pleasure, effort over excuses. And once you experience the power of that shift, you'll never want to go back to your old patterns. So don't underestimate the small wins. Celebrate them. Acknowledge them. They are proof that you're moving in the right direction. They are the seeds of discipline and resilience. Each time you do something that your lazy self wanted to avoid, you're building the muscle of perseverance. Eventually, those small victories will add up to something extraordinary. A stronger, more focused, more determined version of you. Laziness may never disappear completely, but with every small victory, it loses its grip. Keep winning those small battles and soon you'll realize you've already won the war. Every day you are faced with a choice, laziness or greatness. It's not a decision you make once, it's a choice you make over and over again, moment by moment. Every morning when the alarm rings, every time you face a challenge, every time you feel the pull of comfort whispering, take it easy. You're standing at a crossroads. One path leads to progress, purpose, and pride. The other leads to regret, frustration, and stagnation. The direction your life takes depends entirely on which voice you choose to listen to. Laziness and greatness cannot exist together. Laziness promises comfort, but that comfort is temporary. It's a fleeting pleasure that disappears as soon as you realize another day has passed without progress. Greatness, on the other hand, demands discomfort. It demands sacrifice, effort, and persistence. It requires you to do what others won't, to push through fatigue, to ignore excuses, to show up even when no one is watching. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Because greatness doesn't just change your results, it changes who you are. Every choice you make either strengthens your discipline or weakens it. When you choose laziness, you train your mind to settle. You teach yourself that it's okay to stop trying, that it's fine to give up when things get hard. But when you choose action, even the smallest act of effort, you send a powerful message to yourself. I'm in control. That message builds confidence, momentum, and self-respect. Each decision builds upon the last, creating a pattern that defines your life. You don't become great by accident. You become great through the accumulation of deliberate, determined choices. Laziness will always offer you the easy way out. It will tell you that success isn't that important, that you can always try again tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week turns into next year, and before you know it, you're left wondering what could have been. That's the cost of laziness. Not just lost time, but lost potential. You don't just lose hours, you lose opportunities, growth, and moments that could have shaped your future. Every time you surrender to laziness, you delay the life you were meant to live. Greatness, however, asks for everything you've got. It demands that you show up when you don't feel ready. It demands that you give your best even when no one sees the effort. Greatness requires consistency, not perfection, but commitment. It means doing your best in the small things so that when the big moments come, you're prepared. You cannot rise to greatness in the future if you are not disciplined in the present. The small habits you build today become the foundation for the success you achieve tomorrow. It's important to remember that greatness is not about being better than others, it's about being better than the person you were yesterday. It's about refusing to settle for mediocrity when you know you're capable of more. It's about holding yourself to a higher standard, even when no one else does. When you choose greatness, you choose growth, constant, uncomfortable, relentless growth. And the more you embrace it, the more you realize that true fulfillment doesn't come from taking it easy. It comes from giving your all. The difference between a successful life and an average one isn't luck, talent, or opportunity. It's the daily decision to act. It's the willingness to take one more step when others stop, to keep pushing when others give up. Each day offers you a chance to choose the harder right over the easier wrong. The question is, will you take it? Because the truth is simple. Laziness feels good now but costs you later. Greatness feels hard now but rewards you forever. The path of laziness leads to comfort today and regret tomorrow. The path of greatness leads to effort today and pride tomorrow. So make your choice wisely. Choose action. Choose purpose. Choose the path that leads you closer to your best self. You won't always feel ready, but if you choose greatness daily, even in small ways, one day you'll look back and realize you've built something powerful, a life defined not by what you avoided, but by what you conquered.